Action. Hello, welcome to What Do You Need to Start? In today's episode, we have our special guest,
Eliana Rose Arevalo. Nice to meet you guys.
Elion. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am a first gen college student. Well, actually, let me be more honest. My parents never achieved even a middle school education. So technically, I'm a first gen middle school, high school, and college potential graduate. I only have a couple months left. I am pursuing an undergraduate in biomedical sciences with a minor in French and Francophone studies. I'm also part of the Judy Jen Schaff's Honors College as part of the USF. I'm a substance misuse and addictions research trainee, a smart lab traineeship at the University of South Florida. And my most recent research focuses on polyvictimization and the influence it has on the association on opioid misuse among justice involved adolescents, particularly because I personally meet all the criteria for my term polyvictimization. It's very close and personal, as well as other research I've done has been social economic status and racial disparities. My goals in the future are to pursue a graduate degree in law school to become an intellectual property attorney so that I can hopefully work to implement policies or aid in the drug discovery processes for any medications or treatments to get them and spread them around for substance misuse and addictions issues as well as mental health issues and any issues community like concerning the LGBTQIA community, particularly because once again I think it's important for minorities to be conducting research and aiding other minorities. Not only because we typically have the drive to do so, since I do have the personal connection, but also because we have a personal understanding behind this type of work as well. But yeah, that's basically everything about me.
Okay, you didn't have to flex on all of us like that.
See, I'm always comfortable. I don't know. I like talking.
Just for funsies, how old are you?
I'm 22 now. Yeah.
Okay, I definitely consider you a leader. Do you consider yourself a leader?
I consider myself a leader in the aspect of I like to manage things. For example, in my substance misuse and addictions research lab, I tend to be the person that a lot of people come to for assistance. Mainly, I haven't really been given a leadership role, so eh. I lead by, I guess, example, and then I also assist people. But it's primarily to just get things done quicker because I like for all of us to be impressive as a group.
When you hear what do you need to start, what does that make you think of?
I personally think of it sounds like a program that essentially tries to provide the necessary tools for a person to be able to start what they like to do in the future, essentially, or career wise or academic
So when
wise.
you hear what do you need to start, you think of
Yeah.
an organization that like preps, gives you tools to like
Yeah.
things you want to do. How do you think you're based upon your answer of what did you your reaction to what do you need to start? How does that play a role in our society or like our day to day lives?
Well, I think most individuals, gifted individuals, a lot of them, unfortunately, aren't given the opportunity to be successful in the future. So I think that's what this program could be of aid to in the society is to give the opportunity for impressive individuals to actually contribute positively to our society.
I know I could think of a list, but like what would you say are like the top three realistic things we could do to improve our society?
In my opinion, but it's a little bit biased based off the work I do, I would be essentially reforms in the way that we think. I believe there's a lot of hate and stigmatization behind the way that individuals act, but I don't believe it comes from necessarily that people are hateful. I believe it's just that it's easier to hate for most people because it's harder to educate themselves. I don't like how the US utilizes numbers to manipulate its people, not to inform them. Third one would be, I guess, to require specific educational requirements for our president and local governors. I don't think it's really not the brightest idea to allow the most important positions of our societies to be managed by business majors or individuals who can run economies well because we're not an economy, we're a society full of people. And I think individuals that become presidents should be required to gain people knowledge, people skills, and be essentially required to integrate themselves within their communities because that's what they're missing, in my opinion.
Dang, I need some water after that. You did not have to go that hard in the paint.
I just be thinking about it. It's like
That's
annoying.
cool.
Like they be like, why is Gen Z depressed, stressed out? Because we actually think about the state that we're in. Like you think a little bit, and it's like sort of bad.
Right, all you gotta do is think a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You
It's
don't
just
have
that
to
they
overthink it.
refuse.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so I love that reframing, using statistics to
Mhm.
inform instead of
Yeah.
manipulate. Third one is preparing our
Presence.
societal
Yeah,
leaders and
societal leaders.
presidents to be more informed as a culture and as a people.
Yeah.
If you were talking to someone in their youth that is in leadership or considering leadership, what advice would you give them?
That to be a good leader, you have to be passionate so that others don't think you're a hypocrite. Be humble so that they're not angry at you for doing good work, and consider their strengths and weaknesses because nobody's going to complain at you for helping them on the parts that they don't like, but allowing them to work harder on the parts that they enjoy doing. So it's like simple, you know? You just have to cater to their needs.
Elion is president. Okay, I love that. And now, if you were giving someone any age at any point of them of their lives that are in or considering leadership, what advice would you give them?
If you're younger and you're trying to manage an individual that's older, you essentially have to get to know them because their thinking style may be extremely different. And at the end of the day, you gain respect by being kind. Some individuals, you have to walk around eggshells a little bit more, but know when to show that you are still the leader because you're required to be, and that it's because it's more efficient. Individuals don't blame you for your role if your role is, if they see that your role actively improves the team, you know?
Any last like tips, trips, messages, advice?
A lot of fields require us to specialize on one specific thing, but I realize that a lot of individuals don't fall into that, and they end up going back to school and reteaching themselves something different, or hating the job and not even working in the field that they got the degree in. And it's because we humans love to categorize everything, including like jobs. And unfortunately, the US doesn't manage our work life balance that well. So we work hard, and it's pretty much the majority of our day. So it should be something that you enjoy, because otherwise, you're doing autonomous work as a robot, and you will never gain passion or determination or devotion like that. But I honestly do think that's only because of the US. There's other countries that make a system of working hard labor fine because you still get to live life. But I believe in this day and age, you have to live life through your job as well.
That's so real.
Hmm.
'Cause I was able to get a front row seat to his research, and it's so impactful and so vital to society right now. And
Me
thank you
too.
guys so much for joining us for What Do You Need to Start. Stay tuned for our next episode.
Okay. Bye bye.